What I have written here are your first 6 prime numbers. A prime number is a number that has only 2 factors. The number 2 is your first prime number because the number 1 only has 1 factor. So it is not a prime number because a prime number has to have 2 factors. So the number 2 is your first prime number. It is also your only even prime number because any other even number will have 2 that can fit into it along with that number and 1. So for example, 4 has 3 factors. It has 1, 2, and 4. 1 fits into 4, 2 fits into 4 perfectly, and so does 4. So as you can see, if it wasn't for the number 2, 4 would be a prime number, but because 4 is an even number, 2 will always fit into it. 2 will fit into any even number. So 4 is not prime. The number 3 is a prime number because only 1 and 3 fit into 3. The number 5 is a prime number because only 5 and 1 fit into 5. And it's the same for 7, 11, and 13. Only itself and 1 fit into those particular numbers. So a prime number has 2 factors, 1 and itself. I have now listed the first 6 composite numbers. A composite number has more than 2 factors. We can also say that a composite number has 3 or more factors. So if we take the number 4 and list the factors, we've got 1, got 2, and 4. So we've got 3 factors, which makes it a composite number. The number 6, 1, 2, 3, and 6, which makes it a composite number because it has 4 factors. The number 8, we've got 1, 2, 4, and 8. It also has 4 factors, which makes it a composite number. The number 9, 1, 3, and 9. It has exactly 3. That's fine. It's still a composite number because a composite number has to have 3 or more factors. The number 10 has factors of 1, 2, 5, and 10. The number 12 has factors 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So the number 12 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors, which makes it a composite number. As you can notice, as you probably have noticed, the number 1 is a factor of all numbers because 1 fits perfectly into every number. How are we going to express 12 as a product of its prime factors? Well, firstly, we need to break this statement up. Okay, we need to know what a product is, and we need to know what prime factors are. So product is the answer to a multiplication, and prime factors, well, prime numbers, we know are numbers that have only two factors, and a factor is a number that fits perfectly into another number. So if we want to express 12 as a product of its prime factors, we need to do a division. We are going to do an upside down division. We are going to divide 12 by a prime number, and it's going to be a prime factor because that number is going to fit perfectly into 12. So let's use 2 for our first factor. We know that 2 is a prime number, and because it fits into 12, we can call it a prime factor. 2 fits into 12 6 times. Now we're going to divide 6 by another prime number. We could use 2 and we could also use 3. Let's use 2 first. 2 fits into 6 3 times, and let's divide that 3 by another prime number. Let's divide 3 by 3. That's our only option, and we get down to 1. So expressing 12 as a product of its prime factors would give us 2 squared, which is 2 times 2, and then timesing that by 3, because we know that 2 squared is 2 times 2, which gives us an answer of 4. And 4 times 3 will give us an answer of 12. If we want to do another example, if we want to express the number 175 as a product of its prime factors, let's first divide 175 by 5, because we know that 5 will fit into 175 because it ends in a 5, and we know that 5 is a prime number. 5 into 1 doesn't go, so 5 into 17 goes 3 times, and there's a remainder of 2. 5 fits into 25 5 times. So 175 divided by 5 gives us 35. We now divide 35 by another prime number. Because that also ends in 5, we know that 5 will fit into it, and 5 is a prime number. So 5 into 3 doesn't go, and 5 into 35 fits 7 times. Because this number now we know is a prime number, we know that we can divide 7 by 7 because 7 is a prime number, and we would get an answer of 1. So expressing the number 175 as a product of its prime factors, we would get an answer of 5 squared, which is 5 times 5, and we'd multiply that by 7. 5 times 5 gave us 35, and 35 times 7 gives us an answer of 175.